You are in the middle of one of those ordinary, almost mundane moments of your day. Maybe you are changing a diaper, warming up a bottle, or simply sitting on the couch trying to catch your breath after hours of an intense routine. And then it happens. Your baby stops completely. Everything they were doing, any arm movement, any curious exploration of their own little fingers, simply stops. And they look at you. It's not just a passing glance. It's not that quick shift of attention that comes and goes. It's a gaze that lingers, that settles on you as if you were the most important thing that has ever existed anywhere in the universe. Those big eyes, still so new to the world, lock onto yours with an intensity that can... Has your baby ever looked at you like this, as if the whole world stopped for a moment? Tell me in the comments what that moment felt like. To begin with, we need to go back a very, very long time. Not years, not decades. We need to go back thousands of years in the history of our species. Among all animals, human beings are one of the most vulnerable at birth. A baby giraffe is on its feet within minutes. A human baby will take almost a year to take their first steps. From the very first moments of life, a newborn's nervous system is calibrated for one essential mission: to secure a connection with another human being. Everything, absolutely everything, in a young baby's repertoire of behaviors serves that purpose. Crying calls the caregiver, the smile makes them stay, and the steady gaze, that look that seems to pierce your soul, is the most sophisticated tool they have to build the bond on which their life depends. This is where one of the most fascinating things neuroscience has revealed to us in recent decades comes in. A baby's brain is born with an immense number of neurons, far more than it will have in adulthood. But most of these cells are not yet efficiently connected to one another. The synapses, which are the communication bridges between neurons, need to be built through experience. And the most powerful building material for this project is exactly this: the human face. When your baby locks their gaze onto your face, their brain is in a state of remarkable activity. They are processing an enormous amount of information all at once. The geometry of your face, the distance between your eyes, the curve of your nose, the shape of your lips, the expression you are making right now, whether you are calm, tired, smiling, or worried, the unique sparkle in your eyes, the way your eyebrow moves when you speak. All of this is being absorbed, categorized, and stored in neural circuits that are quite literally being built in that very moment. It's as if you were watching, in real time, the installation of a software system. And not just any software, the most complex one there is. The software of human social interaction, emotional reading, and non-verbal communication. This program will stay with your child for the rest of their life, influencing how they will relate to people, how they will recognize when someone is sad or happy, and how they will learn to trust. There is a discovery in neuroscience that I find particularly fascinating and that I want to share with you. It has a technical name, but the concept is simple and beautiful. When a baby looks into the eyes of the person caring for them, and that person looks back with presence and attention, both of their brains begin to synchronize. The brain waves, which are electrical patterns of activity in the brain, begin to pulse in harmony. It's as if two musical instruments found the same rhythm. And it is exactly within this synchrony that learning happens in the deepest and most lasting way. You don't need to do anything special for this to happen. You don't need to say the right words. You don't need a background in psychology. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to look back with presence, with calmness, and with an open heart. When you do this, you are literally shaping your child's brain in a way that no toy, no app, and no artificial stimulation can ever replace. There is a kind of look that I often like to call the processing gaze. It's the kind where the baby seems to have gone offline for a moment. Their eyes are open, fixed on you, but there is a certain absence in their expression, as if they were somewhere very far away. They have just received a large amount of information, whether it's a new experience, a different sound, or a bright light, and now they are integrating all of it. It is active, silent, and deep processing. Don't interrupt, don't shake or overstimulate, just stay there. They are building their inner world from the inside out. There is another type of gaze that happens especially when the baby is in a new environment or when something has left them feeling a little uncertain. They find your eyes and simply won't let go. This is the gaze of seeking safety. In that moment, you are their compass. They are reading your expression to understand whether the world is safe or not, whether that situation calls for calm or alertness. When you smile gently, when your expression conveys tranquility, something in their nervous system literally relaxes. Stress hormones begin to decrease. The heart rate slows down. The sense of threat begins to dissolve. You have just regulated another human being's emotional state without saying a single word. And there is also the gaze I most love to describe, because I think it is the one that moves parents the most when they understand what it means. It is that long, deep look that happens in a moment of stillness when the two of you are simply present for each other, without urgency, without any immediate need to be met. It is simply one gaze meeting another. This is the bonding gaze. It is the baby practicing connection for the sake of connection itself. It is them learning that being close to you feels good, that being seen by you is safe, that there is someone in the world who truly sees them. It is the emotional foundation upon which their entire ability to form relationships will be built. There is something I need to tell you very clearly, because I think it may lift a weight that many parents carry without even realizing it. You do not need to be constantly animated, stimulating, or full of energy. You do not need to entertain your baby or make funny faces every moment of the day. What they need is real presence, eyes that look back, an expression that is not completely closed off or absent, a human face that responds, even in a simple and quiet way. Science even has a term for when a caregiver keeps their face still and expressionless, almost like a mask, even temporarily. Studies show that just a few seconds of an unmoving face can already be enough to make a baby distressed. They try every tool they have. They smile, vocalize, wave their arms to try to restore the connection. When they cannot, they become unsettled. This is not criticism. It is simply a demonstration of how biologically necessary the bond with you is for them. When you return to your natural expression, when you come back fully present, they calm down quickly. The reconnection itself is already healing. I also want to talk about something that is often left unsaid. The intensity of that gaze can be exhausting for parents, especially during the extreme fatigue of the first few months. Being the constant focus of another being's attention, feeling the weight of being so deeply needed, can be both the greatest gift and the greatest challenge. It is completely normal to feel both at the same time. Feeling deep love and genuine exhaustion are not contradictory emotions. They are the honest reality of being at the center of the life of someone who depends entirely on you. And here is what I most want you to take from this conversation. Every time your baby locks eyes with you, they are not judging you. They are not evaluating whether you are a good enough mother or father. They have no concept of judgment, no criteria for comparison, no socially constructed expectations. What they do have is a biological and emotional need to connect with you. And the fact that it is in you that they seek this gaze, it is in you that they find their compass. It is in you that they anchor their sense of safety. This says something profoundly important. You are there. You are real to them. You are their world. There is no perfection in the love a baby feels for their caregiver. There is presence. There is consistency. There is the face that appears when they cry, the eyes that meet theirs when they search, the voice that remains gentle even in difficult moments. You do not need to get it right every time. You only need to return. And when you do, when you notice their gaze and look back with attention, you are doing exactly what your baby's brain and heart need in order to grow well. The next time you find yourself being studied by those big, deep eyes, I hope you feel something different from what you felt before reading this. Not anxiety, not discomfort, not the sensation of being evaluated, but the awareness that you are taking part in something extraordinary, that the silence between the two of you is not empty. It is a conversation. One of the most important conversations you will ever have in your life. A conversation about trust, about safety, about what it means to be seen by someone we love. And this conversation began long before any words were possible. because some of the deepest truths between two human beings have never needed words to exist.